Mark McGowan from St. Michael's College at the University of Toronto, but today I am actually in Strokestown, County Roscommon, Ireland, and behind me the manorial home of the Pakenham Mann family. Started the construction of this Palladian house in 1696, and essentially it was the command center for a very large estate with approximately 11,000 inhabitants in the middle of the 19th century. One of the distinctive features of this house was the fact that during the Great Irish Famine, the proprietor, Major Denis Mahon, was the first of the landlords during that period to be assassinated. He was shot in the head while returning home from a meeting of a charitable organization in Roscommon town, and his murder still remains a fascinating mystery. Although two men were hanged and implicated by others on the estate for having been involved in the murder, it's still not entirely clear who pulled the trigger that killed the landlord. In fact, it appears that the ringleader was a tenant by the name of Andrew Connor. And Andrew Connor disappeared from the estate during the court proceedings and was then spotted in Montreal in Canada, later in Vermont, in New York State, and allegedly working with his brothers on the Welland Canal, which connects Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, bypassing the famous Niagara Falls. Very possible that he was there because there were Connors on the employment list of the Welland Canal Works, and it was also a magnet for Irish migrants, particularly from this particular part of County Roscommon. So Andrew Connor is last seen in Port Robinson in Upper Canada in roughly 1849, 1850, and then disappears into the ether of history. So whether or not we really know who murdered Denis Mahon is still subject to some contention and further investigation. But the house still stands, even though the landlord is now buried in a crypt not far away from this house.